Henry the Weedier Man. So I'm working on a TS 420 Stihl chop saw. So what I did is already put the clutch drum on. It's got a bearing. It's in it. It's C-clipped in. No problem. I pushed it down, so there's no big deal in that. Then you got to make sure you put the spacer ring in because that pushes down on the bearing and not on the drum itself. Then you put the clutch in. It's counterclockwise to tighten it. Make sure you don't strip the threads. Already got my I got my piston plug in, so I'm going to butt this up against it. 1 second, I'm going to tighten this down. So there's a torque on this. Make sure you look it up. Follow the Stihl recommended torque on the flywheel. On the clutch. Make sure you follow it. I'll do that. I'm just doing this as a demo. All right, so I tightened it down, torqued it, got you through all that. Then you got, this is your pull start, which is on your clutch side. It's got the same thing as the nut on the clutch. Then put your washer on. Then your clutch nut. Again, you want to make sure you don't strip it. Now, these aftermarket cranks are good, but sometimes you got to check them and you got to make sure. And I'll tighten this down to the proper torque as well right now. And that's it. That's the assembly of the TS420 clutch drive. And I'll continue more reassembly on this TS420 later. All right, so that's what it'll look like. Now you got to remember on this clutch, it's very delicate. Actually, when I put this one together, and I got it from this is OEM, it was actually warped. So what I had to do is I had to carefully take my nylon hammer, and I actually had to pound on this before I put the clutch together to get it straight. It was it's still off a little bit. You can see it, and that's OEM. So you can see it when I'm spinning it. So I still got a little tweaking to do on it. Ain't that something? So nothing comes perfect. And this thing's very easy to bend. Be very careful with it. It's very, very, very flexible. I found out taking the old one off that was stuck on there. All right, so it bends really easy. And then I get the new one was also bent. It was OEM. I'm serious. So be careful with it, okay? Henry, discussion on the TS420 Stihl chop saw. Weedier Man out.